Grand Fade transfer ceremony, jointly orchestrated by the fans, the stage setup, and the show's entire production for Jackson Yee. Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome back. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Today we're diving back into the case concerning Yu Menglong because there's always new information to uncover. Because you never know how deep this hole goes. On November 15th, an incident took place at the 38th China Golden Rooster Awards ceremony. Several Golden Rooster trophies were accidentally knocked over and fell. A number of people immediately rushed forward to retrieve them and set them upright. The Yu Menglong case remains under intense scrutiny. The public is widely denouncing the cold attitudes and the various dark practices permeating the entertainment industry. At a time like this, the occurrence of such an unexpected incident during a grand Chinese entertainment awards ceremony is feared by many to be a bad omen, perhaps even a form of karma. And just recently, Jackson Yee, whose public popularity had dipped slightly due to films and concerts considered to be straying from the morally straight path, surprisingly became one of the big winners at this year's Golden Rooster Awards. He secured the Best Actor award for the film Small Me. At just 24 years and 11 months old, he broke the record for the youngest winner, a record previously held by Liu Ye, who won Best Actor at the age of 22 years ago. Winning an award should be a joyous occasion, but due to Jackson Yee's recent controversies, especially those fueled by the Yu Menglong case, the public's focus is not on the artistic merit of his win. Instead, they are focused on the morally questionable practices he allegedly engaged in, even raising disturbing questions regarding quasi-transportation. Several mainland Chinese bloggers have explained this in a highly convincing manner. Take, for example, Jackson Yee's 2025 personal solo concert series titled Sparrowology. Everything about it, from the name and the stage design to the various performance segments and even the details of audience interaction, did not look like an ordinary concert at all, but instead resembled the performance of a complex ritual. What do you guys think? Is the incident of those trophies falling at such a grand ceremony really a bad omen? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, I'll also be incorporating some of my perspectives here, drawing from the interpretation of a mainland blogger who appears to be named Niu Xiaomei, who really understands the meaning behind all this. The concert began with a group of dancers holding hands, standing in a circle around the stage. The atmosphere was somber and strange, and Jackson Yee emerged from the center, appearing exactly like a high priest at an offering altar. The main backdrop of the concert featured the shape of two mountains on the left and right sides. The opening choreography resembled a shamanistic ritual dance, and the accompanying music even sounded like the chanting of a spell. This entire format aligns perfectly with the concert's title, Sparrowology. Furthermore, the two characters used for the name Ju, meaning aware or awake, with the top part divided and separately incorporating the elements of stone and mountain, are both linked to the earth element within the 5 elements. This seems to symbolize the awakening of the earth element. When I researched the related interpretations and got to this point, I started feeling a little dizzy. I don't know, this is the second time researching this case that my energy has felt drained. Perhaps the energy and atmosphere of this concert aren't very good, or maybe I'm just exhausted. Meanwhile, the dominant color at the event, including Jackson Yee's attire, was red. The color red symbolizes fire, which naturally aligns with the fire element in traditional 5 elements theory. This is being viewed as a transition in Jackson Yee's 20-year major fortune, or grand destiny. How is this explained? Well, First off, elements like the mountains and stones used in the concert are earth elements. Specifically, the mountain shape is also associated with Gengua in the Bagua 8 trigrams. From 2004 to 2023, Jackson Yee underwent a 20-year period of adolescent fortune. Since his debut alongside his colleagues up until now, Jackson Yee has consistently benefited from this fortune. Theoretically, this fortune should have come to an end after 2023. So, what kind of destiny should be taking its place right now? Elements like the mountains and stones used in the concert are earth elements. Specifically, the mountain shape is also associated with Gengua in the Bagua 8 trigrams. From 2004 to 2023, Jackson Yee underwent a 20-year period of adolescent fortune. Since his debut alongside his colleagues up until now, Jackson Yee has consistently benefited from this fortune. And from 2024 to 2043 is the overall period of the Lee Fire fortune. Jackson Yee needs to transition from his old fortune to this new fire fortune. Beyond these elemental factors, some kind of force must be required to successfully drive this transition. This is precisely why the venue was decorated with stones and mountains, and also why fans attending the concert were asked to bring natural soil from their respective hometowns. The goal was to ensure every corner was filled with the earth element. This is crucial because earth is the element symbolizing generation and transformation. For instance, within the 5 elements, wood corresponds to spring, fire to summer, metal to autumn, and water to winter. So, what does earth relate to? Earth is the very element that facilitates the transition and change between the 4 seasons. Coincidentally, Jackson Yee's concert structure also incorporated the elements of the 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Based on everything we've covered, the mountain and stone decorations of the venue, along with the soil contributed by every single fan, all worked to help Jackson Yee push his fate transition. Naturally, the grim atmosphere throughout the venue felt profoundly uncomfortable. This truly appears to be a morally questionable practice, and I strongly suspect that this is not a good omen for the fans who were present at the event. Furthermore, unsettling clay dolls also appeared at Jackson Yee's concert, which, again, represents the earth element. The objective here is to transfer any bad luck onto the clay dolls, which symbolize Jackson Yee's substitute. All disaster and misfortune would be carried by these replacement dolls. Furthermore, if you look closely, you'll find that these clay dolls are inscribed with small spells, which is genuinely chilling. In short, Jackson Yee's 2025 Sparrowology concert was clearly not just an ordinary artistic performance. When interpreted through the lens of the above analysis, it was the Grand Fate Transfer Ceremony, jointly orchestrated by the fans, the stage setup, and the entire production, all for Jackson Yee. Consequently, the controversy surrounding Jackson Yee's Golden Rooster Best Actor win has now resurfaced. So guys, what's your take? Do you truly believe these fate transfer practices or this kind of dark magic are being played out by the elite in China? Let me know your views in the comments below. Hey everyone, before we dive into the video, we want to announce that we're launching a brand new segment called Trace Your Story. For this segment, you can send us a real-life story you've experienced, from horror and cheating to crime or any other true story you have. Send us your story at Sean Varel, traceyourstory@gmail.com, using this format. Email subject, trace your story. Story title, your title here. Tell us your experience in as much detail as possible. Feel free to include any supporting photos or evidence if you have them. Optional contact, your WhatsApp number or another way we can reach you for more information. Don't worry, you can absolutely send your story anonymously if you prefer. We'll do our best to create a video and tell your experience. I'm really looking forward to your emails, and who knows, your story might be the very first one featured on Trace Your Story. Don't forget to submit your stories. I'll be waiting and can't wait to read them. Of course, the mainland blogger I mentioned was certainly not intending to criticize Jackson Yee. but many felt the entire event was somehow sinister. Especially since the emergence of the Yu Menglong case, even my understanding of the occult, sinister practices played out by the Chinese elite has been updated. In fact, Jackson Yee's family background is extremely powerful. Netizens have already revealed this, haven't they? His family holds significant influence in China. People at their social stratum in China seem to place great emphasis on these kinds of things. Compared to the symbolism at Jackson Yee's concert, what they did in the Yu Menglong case is, of course, far worse. And the Yu case also featured rather heavy-handed suppression of speech carried out by the authorities. Not only are online discussions not freely available to everyone, but the search for related information behind the Great Firewall is even more restricted. We just discussed how Jackson Yee and the practices of the Chinese elite might involve traditional studies in sciences such as the 5 elements and the 8 trigrams. All of this is simply the objective description of the universal laws. However, in mastering these laws, there is a clear distinction between righteous use and perverse use. It is like a weapon. It can bring conflict or maintain peace, depending on how you wield it. These laws are traditional sciences that describe objective reality, but those with ill intent can exploit them to commit evil acts. Nevertheless, there is a greater heavenly law, the law of good and bad karma. Even if the evil perpetrated using the occult currently seems successful and makes the perpetrators proud, karma will arrive sooner or later. If someone obtains something they shouldn't through unethical means, the karmic consequences will be extremely serious. It is rumored that the high-ranking CCP official Xi sacrificed Yu Menglong, but he may not have necessarily succeeded. It is highly possible that he is now already in the process of receiving his karma, and Yu's soul may have attained freedom and release. Just as I showed you on my previous show, a friend was burning paper for Yu Menglong, and when Yu's name was called, a plume of purple light immediately floated up, looking very clear, real, and natural. On camera, it was absolutely not fabricated. We also have netizens saying that the Yu Menglong incident actually led them to start believing in metaphysical matters. Furthermore, a friend profoundly stated that metaphysics is never absurd. It simply stands on the side that science has yet to reach. Why am I bringing this issue up again today? It's because some friends have started analyzing that video footage, meaning they are breaking down the video frame by frame. It turns out some friends discovered that after zooming in and viewing from a specific angle, an image of a figure strongly resembling Yu Menglong is clearly visible, holding his beloved dog, Fu Li. It is truly unmistakable. Quite a few netizens were visibly moved and brought to tears. Some commented, idolization that reaches the spiritual realm. Others confidently asserted, that's absolutely him, 100% him. It is incredibly rare for a star to command such powerful and devoted popularity behind them. Beyond the acts of burning paper and prayer, netizen support throughout November did not diminish. They actively utilized various methods to build momentum, primarily hoping that his case and his name could soon be cleared. Recently, a poll was held on the WeChat platform for the most handsome mainland Chinese male actor of 2025. This event featured almost all the male actors who have been active in recent years, and at the same time, there was also a voting category for female actresses. In your opinion, how much of a role does karma play in determining the fate of these canceled people? Let's discuss it in the comments section. Guys? Yu Menglong, who unfortunately passed away earlier this September, is currently holding the 3rd place spot in this event. Yesterday, I saw some friends sharing this event on Facebook too, mentioning that the voting actually has 2 separate areas. In one area, he's ranked 3rd, and in the other, Yu Menglong is sitting in 7th place. Both rankings are very high. However, in the area where he's ranked 3rd, Yu Menglong's total votes reached 1,433,168. A netizen reported that the system showed a warning saying the number of votes for the event was too high, and the system could no longer accept additional votes. Whether it's true or they're intentionally blocking everyone from giving their energetic support to Yu Menglong, the most touching thing is, a mainland netizen captioned the screenshot of the voting rankings with the message, "We just want to let you win this once." This collective push is what propelled Yu Menglong, number 98, into third place in the rankings. His total vote count is more than 1.5 times higher than both Wang Yibo, who is in 4th place, and Xiao Zhan in 5th place. This is the public's collective poll, once again demonstrating their stance on the Yu Menglong case, and it serves as a profound satire aimed at the authorities. Actually, there's another similar vote currently taking place in the mainland on a website called Tupiao Wang. Yu Menglong is on the 4th row of the 2nd page, and as of this release, he's already garnered over 7,900 votes. The irony is, the person whose profile is directly above him, Lin Gengxin, has only managed to get 15 votes. Most people didn't get as many votes as Yu Menglong, but there are a few on the first page who managed to pull in more than he did. Also, as of this release, Yang Yang, who is on the 1st row of the front page, has acquired over 8,300 votes. Both Huang Jingyu and Li Hongyi have hit more than 10,000 votes. Currently, the person I see with the most votes is Ho Minghao on the 4th row of the front page, who has already racked up over 26,000 votes. These stars are likely getting their votes driven by their respective fan groups. I don't think Yu Menglong's supporters will want to miss out. His vote count here should also slowly start climbing, as this polling doesn't end until February 7th, 2026, which means there's still plenty of time. Previously, on October 23rd, the leading American entertainment website, TC Candler, announced its annual list of the 100 most handsome faces in the world nominations. They specifically included the late Yu Menglong on the list, marking him with the words, "Rest in peace," which touched the hearts of many netizens. Furthermore, a condolence candle icon continues to be displayed in the upper right-hand corner of Yu Menglong's page on Baidu Baike. This is a small detail the website designed for every artist who has passed away. If the artist were still alive, a fresh flower icon would be displayed instead. I remember when I saw it at the beginning of November, Yu Menglong's condolence button had already been clicked by tens of thousands of people. Now, it has exceeded 420,000. This means Yu Menglong's supporters didn't cool down after entering November. In fact, they became even more active, expressing their stance in various ways. It's truly very touching. After listening to all this analysis, do you believe the dark practices in the Chinese entertainment industry are real? And what fate do you think awaits those who use sinister means? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I apologize if there were any misstatements or if you weren't fully satisfied with this video. However, I know those of you who are still sticking around, you are looking for a deeper answer than just the news. Because if you're still watching this, maybe you're looking for the something I am. See you on next video.